Dude, man, it's just I'm still can't believe that I'm able to play this stuff, man. But man, man, I'm telling you, it's like Bruce made it so I could put in my fingers the theory I already knew. This is from day one. Bruce is like, he quizzed me. I was like, oh, okay, let's do it. And then I started the chorus, and it was just like, oh, okay, that's that sound. That's the stuff I wanted to hear. And man, like 5 months ago, I could not play like that. I mean, Bruce talks about it all the time, but coming from someone that went to music school, it takes the theory out of your hands. It just like it takes the theory out of your mind. I'm sorry, and just puts it in your hands. It's insane. So you're the man,
Yeah,
Bruce.
like
Thank you.
piano's my second instrument. So yeah, he's right. Yeah, your program is like, yeah, pretty. Yeah, it's the most that I've ever had. Most that I've ever got done. Ever. Like I said, I took a jazz course, and I would just be sitting there like, oh man, like what are all these chords he's talking about? You can do this. Here's a James Bond chord, and I'm just like, oh, what? But now that these grips and all of this stuff, I'm like, this is the most I've ever gotten done. Like it's insane. I was never able to do this like 2.5, 3 months ago. Never. I wasn't able to do it. It's incredible, man. It's incredible.
Ability for me to start playing the chords was expedited. I took a year, so 2 semesters of piano at Berklee. When my first 3 months of your course is what I faster than I did an entire year. The other thing I like about your program is you do a good job just to give those little moments in the coaching calls that you in a way feel like you're doing one-on-one. Because if you had a pre-recorded video, if you had like, okay, guys, I uploaded today's class and it's just like us watching a video and we don't get to interact because it's that, hey, I don't get it. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can explain it a different way. That interaction. That's why a lot of people maybe don't learn just with YouTube videos.
So would you say your favorite part of the program is that personal coaching?
Oh, by far, it's the coaching calls. The coaching calls is what makes it different. I think that's the best thing because I would work on something and I go, oh, I can't wait till Wednesday. Because as musicians, as composers, as producers, we want to show our work. We want people to listen. The feedback is also super important. So and that's you're mirroring what you go through in school. I think you provide a good balance of being strict sometimes. Like, dude, you're giving me a constructive criticism that inside I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted to hear. You know what I mean? A lot of times I'm like, oh man, I busted my for like 2 hours on that. And then he goes like, no, you got to fix that. Or like when I think something sounds good, like, yo, this bass line's killing. You're like, yo, some of the bass notes in the bass are wrong. And I'm like, but for me, it sounds good, right? But then you sleep on it and then you go back, you're like, okay, yeah, there's some wrong now.